yeah, do you want to begin working and such, you know, like, uh, uh, shut up, brother. Anyway, sorry. Yeah. Also, it's what the fuck? It's so crisp. No, it's not so crisp. I am deaf. That's what's happening. It's not so crisp. Anyway, let me start the timer. We have like 8 minutes or so. I don't know. Are we gonna wait the entire 8 minutes? More than certainly not. Uh, ah, I muted. I didn't realize and I muted. I'm amazing. Uh, can happen. I am like a, like a, like a what? Like a person sitting there trying to speak. Not trying, actually speaking. Like I have to try to speak. I can speak, but not being heard. And how does that make you feel? I don't know. I guess it's funny. To some degree, it's not really funny. What do you want me to say? Oh no, it's so frustrating. I don't know, man. Can happen. Can be the case. So what? I keep forgetting that YouTube, for some reason or another, has that weird 240p possibility, like quality setting. That's amazing. To some degree, to some other degree, it's also like, what the fuck? Why do we have that? Not saying that it is bad, because in the end, let's all of us celebrate having access to that, Roger, yeah. But I don't know. Interesting to say the very least. So, yeah, I had to clean my glasses. I'm like blind because I haven't cleaned them. I don't know, I might be going blind faster than what I anticipated. That's gonna be a situation, I guess. But who cares? We're not here to talk about that. We're here to play something. Let me set the phone up. Thank you. Also, I entirely forgot. Yeah. Okay, I see. Sounds interesting. Anyway, let me set this thing up. This and this and this. We have everything in place working. Okay. Also, quick question. Did I literally start like right on time when it was like right on the hour? No, right? I didn't do that intentionally. That happened? No, right? No fucking way. No fucking way. It all like for 4 seconds I missed. I am amazing. I am amazing. How can it happen? I guess it's part of the experience or something like that. I don't know. I don't really have an explanation. Thank you. Don't ask me. So that's that. Next is this. This is working. This is working also. Is something not working? No. I my vision, because I still don't have my glasses cleaned. Thank you. I was talking with a friend, like we were playing a little bit of Enlisted the other day and such, and it was quite entertaining to do that. I have to admit, it's despite everything else that it has as an actual downside, it's an amazing game. I feel like it's very good, and I can admit, if I didn't have literally anything else to do, perhaps I would only dedicate myself to that, but it's an entertainment for now. And sadly, also, this is like a major point of it, It doesn't have any kind of action competitive mode. You just play for the sake of playing, which is good. Like, it's more arcade than anything else, therefore far more accepting of casual playing and such. So that makes it more filled with people interested in actually just experiencing the game as whatever it gets to be. But on the other hand, sometimes I feel like I want to win, and I want to feel like we are actually trying to win, not that I want to get into a lobby for the sake of just fighting enemies without achieving much. Like, I don't know, there is a strange factor, a strange event of some people seem to be interested in playing just to kill others, let's say, just to get the dopamine rush of having made a headshot or having killed an entire platoon with their tanks or something like that. And I don't think it's. I understand it, but I don't really feel like I have to. I should be forced to play with those people. If I don't really want to. And I don't know. It's good enough. Good enough? Yeah, good enough. So, let me try to get the game open and all of that. Thank you very much. Also, quick, like, important question. Can we first come here? Like, we're already overdue with time. Here. Ta-da! Good morning. What? Ah, I muted it. There we go. We have our clock. Now, let me get the game open. Open. Thank you. Here. Here we don't have the clock, so we don't have to hear it. Amazing. Now the game. Do you wanna open? Please? Love of God. Okay, it's opening. Oh my god. Can we leave it? Also, I have a box of medicine here. Does this thing expire It expires in 2028? What the fuck? I have so much time to consume this. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. I wouldn't have expected that. Anyway. We have this. I don't know. I have things that I will try to change around and such, but at the same time, yes, we are somewhat old, like, is there anything that I really have to change over here? Get an anti-tank guy, for example. Yes. I should probably also remove the thing. Finally click on the don't show again. I have seen it enough times and I will keep seeing it multiple times also in the future, so at this point I don't think I need to keep seeing it. But anyways, I was trying to say, I don't know. I also, what? The engineer squad here can have 2 anti-tanks, and the Japanese engineer can only have 1 anti-tank and 1. What the fuck? What? Why? Excuse me? Why is that so? Can happen, I guess. No. Even if there is an answer, we don't worry about that, because it's not necessary to ask ourselves such questions as, what did I say I was gonna do this? I'm going to... Yeah, I don't know, I will actually... It feels bad, not because it is bad, simply because it is too troublesome, brother. Unsurprisingly so. It's absolutely troublesome to actually try to get stuff like this. But yeah. We might get... Oh, wait, discard this. Get this, thank you. We will get a handful of soldiers over here. Chains. I have... Oh my god, I have this special engineer. This is amazing. I got one even, like, from the battle pass. It's battle rating 1, also beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And it gets... What the fuck? Because it is a special engineer, he gives a bonus to my entire troop. Amazing. And suddenly I cannot change his appearance. Yeah. Does it matter? Absolutely, because the Russians are the only ones who can actually equip armor. And somebody not having an armor might be bad. Wow. Who could have seen that coming? It's fine. It's fine. Why would we need any kind of change whatsoever? Which one is better? This one? This one, I guess? It had a much higher rate of fire. Semi-automatic fire mode. Wow, crazy. So this, shouldn't I change this weapon to every single person that I have? I think I have to buy it too, and then put them on people. Let me see you. Here, and here, no, here. Okay, very good. Now, here, grenade. Oh no, whatever. Like an explosion package. And also something funny that I discovered is you can equip the mines, the anti-personnel and anti-tank mines, and nothing happens if you do that. Like, it doesn't change in any way your condition, your anything basically, and that's actually beautiful. Also, excuse me. This is a... What? Isn't it... Isn't this a battle rating 1 engineer? Why does it say... Permission to use this slot for engineer 2 class with this weapon can be acquired. What? Are Are you tier 1 or tier 2? What the fuck? Can happen, I guess. Where were we? Where? Absolutely good, I guess. Now this barracks. Okay, I have this. I don't know. This. Anything else? This and anything else? This? No, this is like actually meaningless. What the fuck are you doing? I know this. No. Health, no. Stamina, I guess. I have all the reasons, so that's good. Weapon, aim speed, that's like actually solid. Sprint speed, run speed, what's the difference? What's the actual difference? The fuck? Can happen, I guess. I don't know. And this, and I know more stamina. I don't really need it, but wait, where would I guess? What? Your barracks. I was like, what do you need, bro? Why are you asking me to give you anything? What are you looking forward to? Makes sense. Yeah, this, and anything else? I guess this. And anything else? This. And we are good, I guess. I don't know. No, appearance. You get this. Back. Okay. And now I can wait. Easy peasy. Okay. We are good. We are absolutely good. We have everyone. We have everyone with an armor. Beautiful. Okay, we are good. Now I need to do the same thing for every other squad. Will I do it? What a great question. Or should I want? Absolutely, I will not. Not even remotely. I will actually try to do that. And over here, what did I just do over here? Why I make the change here? I do it too, and to do it this guy, because I have it. Here I have that. Here I have that. You have perks. Don't worry. You need them. You need them where we are going. Over here we're good, and over here we're also good, no? Yeah. We're also good, and okay, no, I guess we're good. I don't think we need anything else. I think we're fine to actually just go ahead. Yeah. Very much. Yeah. Well, it's amazing to see how long it's taking to actually leave Battle Rating 1. Part of the problem now with is because I'm not even trying to... Group is recruiting? What are I talking about? Group is not recruiting, thank you. Part of the problem is that I don't really play with only one army, so... Wow, who could have seen that coming? That brings problems? Unbelievable. But it's good, I guess. Also, no weapon, no anything, no aim, no pain, no gain. Wow. I don't know. I guess this is a squad to try to capture, or this? I don't know. An incinerator one to see what happens. Also, probably I should have... Yeah, I know what the problem was. They didn't change the the tank weapon. I think, actually, every single army seems to have, in one way or another, rule to not waste so much time trying to. Also chose the anti-tank guy instead of the engineers. I'm astonishingly good at this video.
Our team is at control point Bravo.
We're gonna put this thing over here. And we're gonna fucking command this guy to help me, because otherwise we're gonna take away from
Control point Alpha.
this, and now we do the most wasteful thing that is
Capture Bravo.
to build defenses all around this thing. Okay, that's done, and now there is a tank somewhere. So we will first identify.
Enemies capturing control point Alpha.
How did I fucking miss? The fuck? I see. It didn't even make it stop. Beautiful. And I missed again? I like seeing the tank, but having no chance to actually hit. Okay, there were one there. Something exploded on it?
Control point Charlie.
Not? Okay, not entirely. Okay, we are supposedly not really, not entirely, yes.
Control point Charlie is ours.
That's a shame that just like just put these things over here. I keep forgetting that they have. I explained that mechanic because I wanted to show that I do finally try to carry with me some anti-tank grenades and such. And as I try to explain that, I forget that I do have them with me, and I forget that I should be trying to utilize them when I have them in my hands. There is a body somewhere over here. It was starting to actually make me nervous not to see the guy anywhere. Can happen, can very much happen, I guess. Oh yeah. But well, we might actually have it in the back. No, I don't think so, I will actually put my people this enemy, no? Yeah, that's an entire enemy. What the fuck? From more behind. Ow. Okay. I guess that can happen. Here. Wow, I killed myself.
Control points. Keep it up.
Okay, very good. Somehow that guy died, so that's nice. And there is something like a tank over here, sadly. So I see you. Can I try to bring you down? I can. Okay. Shall go ahead and do this. How are they coming? Makes absolute sense actually. It's like how? No wonder they can come for us actually. The vehicle is ours! What the fuck? Wasn't there a vehicle behind us? Like some seconds ago? Am I losing it? keep missing. I'm amazing. I'm absolutely amazing. Good enough. No! Oh my god! Unbelievable! This is gonna get too tough to actually do something. And like that I also lost fucking, that's an enemy, yeah.
Du hast noch nicht genug?
What the fuck is doing after here, huh? Good enough. And did this guy ring down? Yeah, okay. Have no more
Charlie's under our control.
rally point over there. I love this guy who died for literally no reason whatsoever. But it did so, at least I can't complain that my unit is alive doing nothing.
Diese Stellung verteidigen! Kopfschuss! Haha!
There is actually one guy defending.
We've lost control point Alpha.
And besides that, not much else. Here. Okay, unless.
Wirst du Bastard!
I love how quickly clicking the right click just makes you waste your time because you don't really gain much by doing so.
Eroberung!
Like,
Der Sieg wird unser sein!
oh my god, so many people in this area, what the fuck?
Capture control point Charlie.
Very well. Okay.
Fach!
Beautiful player, because somehow you actually did fail to even try to kill me, so I don't know. Surprising abilities, I guess.
Scheiße, er hat sich Zeit gelassen!
And so, also I finally learned how to stop reloading, so I am happy with that. It's a combination of both things.
Der Ratte!
True. It's a combination of the desires that I couldn't fulfill before, I guess. Somebody shooting me, from where? I see nothing. Obviously there is no one over there. Over here? Over where? Over there, I see. Okay, there we go. Good enough. I can get over here? The fuck? Not at all bugged. Not at all a broken position in this. I am just holding one point. I'm not doing anything useful by being here. That's sort of very bad. But who am I to try to change things around? If that's all that I can do, honestly speaking, like, do you want me to do, man? You want me to go out of my way and try to, I don't know, fuck? Oh my god.
Nur eine Fleischwunde!
Unbelievable.
We've taken control point Charlie.
Oh my god, what the fuck? What a tank. What a crazy tank to begin with. Ah, beautiful. Yeah. Okay. Zoom, and I don't know. We're gonna place this over here, I guess. I don't really think it's all that important to do this, because more than anything else, this will work as a barricade for
Enemy bombers
our
are
own
approaching.
fucking units. More than anything else, but You know, sometimes it's good to do that or something like that. I don't really have a good explanation for any of that. Is this guy like actually bad at the game or something? It's not a tank, so whatever. Okay. Put it over here. And meanwhile, this motherfucker keeps shooting at us. It's... Give me a second. Give me... Can you come over here?
Wir müssen diesen Punkt halten! Das gemacht! Ja!
Did they kill the guy? Not so sure, actually. That's not so good, actually. So yes, can finally come over here. Hold. Get the rally points that we want. But this time we're gonna take 5 hours because I am alone.
Captured all control points.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. After all, we do get around this in terms of what our team is doing and such. So that's more than good. This over here. This over here. Probably this is going to actually get exploded.
The enemy's lost half its reinforcements. Well done.
We have to be lucky and not get attacked by barbarians. Like, literally, just be lucky. All that there is to the attack from the fucking airplane. And somebody over there. There is no one over there. What there is people in the fucking house. The same motherfucker, really? What is our team doing over here, man?
Erst einer braucht Deckung! Lade nach!
Okay. That's solved. That's okay, no, that's an ally aeroplane. That's good enough. And now comes over here, or somewhere around this place, there is an enemy. The question is, can I see it? Yeah, I can see it actually.
Taken control completely.
Sadly, you're not good at hiding yourself.
mi scappi! Hast du den Schuss gesehen?
Wow, unbelievable. Really? Do people camping in one house and none of them is that good at sniping anyway? It's so meaningful. I believe in you, I believe in your abilities. Can do this. Okay, it's advantage easy. This is somehow the chillest gameplay I have this map. Like, nothing really happens. Yeah, they already pretty much lost. Because they don't really have any defensive capacity, no matter how much they wish they could do something about us. Is this guy blind or something? What the fuck do you get here without seeing? Huh? Ah, okay. Ah, okay. I guess so. That's fine.
Control points.
That can happen.
Keep it up.
Squadra!
Anyway.
Fuoco su tutti gli obiettivi!
Holy moly, what is the attack coming from? Or that's a tank. That's where it's coming from.
Ok, dobbiamo restare
Over
impostati a
here.
questo punto!
Now we do. It's breaking. Yeah. What the fuck? An ally killed me, not an enemy.
Line.
Amazing. Amazing. It's one of the few times I actually see that. Oh, is that really good? No, not so much actually, but significant enough. I don't know, something pretty basic.
Ich hab
Don't
einen!
attack that. Falling.
Captured all the control points. Hold them.
They have to be again at details and see.
Angriff! Ah!
You must return to the
No,
battle.
what the fuck? What are those guys? Are they guerrilla or something?
We've lost control point Charlie.
Like, how the fuck else do you actually get to come here if not that?
Get back to the battlefield, soldier.
Welcome. Yeah, happy to receive you too. Hope things are going good, Crispin. So far, everything is quite chill, I have to admit. Yeah. I missed. Three times, I am beautiful. I suppose so. What? You mean? Huh? Everything is going somewhat fine. Is that what you mean? It can happen. So there are two airplanes. It's crazy. Now what is happening near the spawn?
Kämpfer! Feuer einstellen!
I didn't want to spawn anyways. But yeah, I don't know. Everything has been quite chill so far, not much to really note in any specific manner or anything. Just, I am slowly getting accustomed. I had a conversation with a friend actually,
We've
and
lost control
he told me, no, this game makes me way too nervous, way too angry, way too irritated and whatnot. I understand that, but at the same time, I don't really get it like that. I guess trying for so long to not be like that works out in one way or another. It's slow preparation. What liberates one of the issues of this sort. So somebody shooting me, and I would like to know who that guy. Where is my squad at order? Victory! Wow! Amazing!
Victory.
Amazing! Unbelievable! But yeah, that was I don't know, I feel like it's actually strange to some degree to have the... Yeah, this game makes me way too anxious, way too nervous, way too strange or something like that. It has my heart doki doki. I don't know. It's understandable to some degree, but at the same time, I don't know. Games are still games, you know. Life is good. You don't have to worry so much about what you do when you play. Things are quite comfortable, are quite calm. Okay, no, I can say something about that in terms of it does get to make some sense, because in the end, even if you are aware that games are games and whatnot, the moment in which you have to deal with the very fact that yeah, we are trying one way or another to experience this sort of here. And you people stay over there for the love of God. Okay, I would say
Enemies taking control point.
the aspect of being so nervous is understandable simply because
Control point Alpha.
in some way we're quite
Enemies are attacking
bound
control point Charlie.
to end up being like that. Not because it's acceptable, but simply because it's how we tend to be. no one really worries that, yeah, you're worrying way too much about how you feel when you do something. Games like this one end up getting, end up becoming not stressor points, but simply things with which we end up being having to deal with besides the realm of pure pleasure. Like, the game stops being just a game, basically. And I think it's understandable, but I don't really believe it's yeah, you have to always act like that. I feel like it's fine. What the fuck? This is a door that you can't open? This game is garbage. Can I get over there somewhere or somehow? I can't climb this, alright? I'm going to fucking try. Okay, I can climb this actually. Beautiful. And I can attack over there. I can attack over there. And I actually ignited someone. Beautiful. You wanna put this door here? Over here, how do I get? Over here. Okay. And there is an entire blockade over this place. It's quite meaningless to try to climb. But it's fun. Easier. There has to be something. Yeah. There is my beautiful enemy. Oh my god! There was my beautiful enemy actually in there. 1, 2, 3, order. Whoa, beautiful. Mingo, my brother trying to kill me. Meaninglessly, because oh my god! There are way too many people over there. Actually, that's best. No! Motherfucker! Best way to deal with the problem anyways is just throwing a fucking grenade. One less, 1, 2, 3. Once more people keeps dying over there. This is amazing. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's amazing how many people are actually killing themselves because they keep trying to get over there. No! And that's how I almost died. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We trust that I can get up. Okay, good enough. I did my work. I did what I had to do. And I found actually success, so I'm happy. And I don't know now. What the fuck was that? Now, I guess I can just snipe from over here. The problem is when we trying to do that might not be that useful in some ways. What the fuck? Amazingly quick reflexes from that guy.
Dobbiamo restare in possesso di questo avanti!
1, 2, 3. What the? Ow. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. One guy less. Beautiful enough. Okay, and actually we can capture this. Like. Good.
So, wir müssen diesen Punkt halten.
Order is cancelled. We are way too far away from the capture point. Unbelievable, really. I have never seen that coming. It doesn't matter, man. It's not my problem that you're not choosing to engage with the battle, actually. Me sometimes killing the enemy is not really that beneficial because the enemy has no clue what they have to do, so why worry about killing them when you never needed to do that? 1, 2, 3, 4. No! Amazing. 1, 2, 3. Good enough.
Down! Endlich, ihr Bastarde!
Wow! Unbelievable. How did the other two guys die? No need to get an answer for that question. But yeah, anyway. Returning to what I was trying to say like 10 minutes ago. I don't know, I find it actually strange. In terms of it's the most habitual thing that we're going to associate quite negatively with games of this sort and such. Because it never needed to be like that. It's how we tend to always act in accordance with these things and such. And
Captured all control points.
as this keeps being the case, as this keeps being how we interact with these things and such, and as we continue to make it
Ich hab einen! Ich hab einen!
that was an ally. That was an ally. Hey. Over here, is there an enemy over here? No.
Diese Position halten!
Ah, hello, good evening. Say, I hope you're doing good. I got flower in your channel. And you stopped streaming after that. Can you please stream more? Sorry. I'm not afraid of saying that. I don't feel bad for saying, yeah, you should stream more. What the fuck? We don't cheat in this house.
Ich hab einen umgenietet!
Also, that's banned? Really? I mean, I guess it makes some sense, but at the same time, really, I think somebody's seriously saying, yeah, I will kill you. I will send assassins to your house. Or something. Yeah, sadly, we can't allow ourselves to have stuff like that happen. God knows why.
Bin am Erobern!
How things have gotten with oh my fucking with censorship nowadays. There is a tank coming. This is like the worst timeline possible. Get the fuck out of there. I don't know. What? That guy instantly dropped. That's crazy. I know people say Argentina cheated. I don't think so. I don't believe in such lies. It is how we support Argentina. Even if everything that happens shouldn't be happening like that. What is this guy doing? I love how I can't even attack this person because there is literally nothing for me to do here. Wow, watching me shoot the fucking tank meaninglessly. That's an entire army over there. What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is going on with this group of Agent BT?
Captured control point.
What a strange use of
Squadra, fuoco su tutti i
characters. Wouldn't you happen to be a Vtuber? No, right? In no way, shape or form would we have a Vtuber playing this game. Right? Correctly? For sure the person called. What the fuck is happening? How do I keep killing people from... Ay.
So!
We've taken control point Bravo.
Good evening. Bad evening. You want to let me shoot my fucking grenade? Like, why did I even deploy it? Motherfucker.
Captured all control points. Hold them.
There we go. Ah, yeah. No, I don't feel so well. Is that actually a Vtuber? I won't. I refuse to believe it. It will be actually crazy, but no! I am physically blind. Fucking kill myself. It will be good. I don't know. I think I haven't met. It's okay. Not met. I am not actively looking for people who plays this game. Also, thank you, Maximus. What the fuck? Holy fuck! There is way too many people inside that place. Can we do something about that, brother? Beautiful.
Maledetto bastardo!
Ay, ay, ay. Where is the people? Where are these motherfuckers? I don't see anything because there is way too much smoke.
Finalmente!
What the? I am amazing. No scope.
Respingeteli!
Give me this over here. And this over here. Then this over here. Then this over here. And now it's fucking horrible to try to get inside of this place. Beautiful. Yeah. Huh? Mega Kantian? I am Kantian? I am not really Kantian. I know about Kant and such, but I am... I know his... No. I know his stuff. I am not really a Kantian
The enemy has lost half of its reinforcements.
in terms of... yeah, I align entirely with what he says. I know a little bit of it, but I wouldn't classify myself as... yeah. I think what he teaches is the most primal thing. Like, I like his critiques to Reason and such. Song. Unless you mean something. Oh my god! Unless you mean something else, in which case I cannot really help it. But yeah. I was trying to say, no. I know Kant. I was trying to say, I know Kant, but I don't really align entirely with what Kant teaches. I understand the critique to reason, the critique to logic and such. I believe unavoidably, like, whenever you try to talk about somebody like him, it's a fundamental figure, because after all, he does serve a lot as a, what the fuck, as a figure to grasp what means to try to properly utilize tools that relate to the way in which you have to create judgments and such in
È stato troppo facile!
formality and aspects like more analytical philosophy. Unavoidably, you cannot really have somebody like or something like that without the viewpoints of Kant. But I wouldn't really say I think it's my favorite philosopher. Thumbs up. But I try to follow a little bit of what's thought. How do you say teach past tense? What he teached, simply put. What the what? What happened? Anyway, no need to know how somebody died. Whatever. Point is, also that's a guy. There is a rally point over here. That person. So, yeah. The other point is also when you try to talk out and similar the whole aspect of epistemology as a proper methodology to analyze things. I think it's useful, but I don't know. I feel like in most cases we don't really pay any attention to it. Like, you don't really go about, yeah, I have to be such a solid epistemologist in order to operate in the world far more appropriately. It's not something that normally happens, not something that you really see in any aspect. Well, make lots of drawings and explaining his stuff, and you are super concentrated on doing that. No, I understand what he talks about. Yeah. I did pay, like, I had to study him. The reality is, for my, it was one of the teachers that I had to follow, like one of the philosophers rather, that I had to follow because it fell inside of the, what is it, curriculum and such. So I had to try to learn what he said in some ways, and in doing so I ended up then having the possibility of utilizing what he talked about in probably what you saw, but I'm not really big on him per se. I simply have a basic knowledge of his stuff, and that's all. Also, that's an amazing play. What the fuck? What? We ignored that box. But yeah, continue. I don't know. Because if the point is, can I help you? You can ask me. I don't really think I can assist in that deeply. Once again, I don't really possess. What? I hit the fucking arm. Amazing. I don't really have that deep of concepts to go. Like, I know the basic aspects of his theory. I don't have the complete. For example, I did read the Critique to Pure Reason and such. My brain turned off, like, by the third of the soul argument about deities and how to think about the reality of deity in the way in which he tries to speak about it. Yeah. It's interesting. Or I don't know. I feel like the problem to some degree is not the problem itself. The reality is there are a lot of interesting philosophers, and it's not really that worth going that deep into what they teach for the career itself. So you end up abandoning what they have to express and such, and in doing so then you do miss out on a lot of meaningful content. Like, we tried to speak out many notions that could help you have more clear reasonings and such, but that doesn't mean that it did happen in any manner, that it did lead to the conclusion or to the results that the career was planned for and such. Like, most of what I studied, I didn't really do it because we were in class. Any of that, we simply got told, yeah, maybe you might want to study this stuff, and that was the very end of it. Nothing else really happened from the part of our professors. But I don't know, that's like a lukewarm take in terms of, most universities don't really take their time to teach you. They just assume that you will learn, that's it. I heard the professor say the key is to admit to yourself that no one is fully right and no one is fully wrong. Once I get that, I finally understood how to read philosophy and had so much. Yeah, probably. In most cases, that can apply. I have to admit, particularly once I'm talking about epistemology, like when you're analyzing proper epistemology, it's like people of the sorts of Karl Popper and such. it's to some degree necessary to admit that some of the conclusions might be entirely correct, not the entire work of the person, like, yeah, all that they say does fall under the scope of certainty and properness of ideas, but at least it works as a tool to get then after that the rest of what makes the restances meaningful and such. And otherwise, you might very easily abandon messages that could help you quite a lot and go, I don't know, philosophical endeavors in terms of this might bring me. If you have to study philosophy for the sake of, I don't know, personal growth or something like that, and you decide to ignore some of the people, like some of the ideas that the authors discuss, you might as well entirely miss on benefits, because in the end, some things are right. Not, I believe not everything that they say is correct, but sometimes things, notions and such of them are correct in one way or another. And when that happens sufficiently enough, you get to also develop your own thought, I guess, something along those lines. But yeah, that's my point. Anyways, like, trying to go back into what I tried to explain, because it's not really finished in terms of. But if you're talking about epistemology, it also is something that falls within a very specific set of ideas, a very specific school of thought. Like, to understand formal analytical philosophy is to, in some ways, go entirely against what makes or constitutes the continental philosophy, and in that encounter, this person is entirely fucking doctrine amazing. You know, epistemology, it's absolutely necessary to be perfect, and not much yourself. Yeah, that's what I mean. In some ways, epistemology is good, in some other ways, yeah, you're sticking way too much to the analytical way, and I don't know, I think most of the authors who are popular in some way or another do fall within the lines of simply continental philosophers. They don't really exist within the boundaries or within the limit of these statements and such are truly from a figure which exists within the view, within the landscape of analytical philosophy. The reality is in the depth of the proper, more established philosophy of nowadays, perhaps the norm is to work within those landscapes, but in the bigger scope of the whole sum of philosophical works, there is very little analytical and, once again, that sort of so structured and such philosophy. And because of that, it can be quite difficult to return to the idea that you said of, I get the message, but at the same time, I have to keep in mind that not every single time what they say is right. But anyways, like, one of the other points, for example, particularly with people like Karl Popper, they were epistemologists more than anything else of science, specifically, not really of philosophy. They had the philosophy within the science, but they didn't execute the epistemology within the landscape of philosophy. So that ends up making it so that the conclusion then becomes, and you can try to extrapolate what they were trying to say and such in more specific views, so that you can understand that the message is not simply that this person, these ideas and these notions all pertain simply to how we should operate within philosophy. No, the message is just about the very exact moment in which they were speaking, like the whole, for example, the whole message of the class, the overall message of the class was the epistemologists, even if they exist within the realm of philosophy, where they had the most impact was in the realm of formal sciences themselves. And it's useful to know that although they look interesting, what they actually wrote forward didn't impact that much to social sciences even, but rather the natural sciences. I don't know, I guess that's the basic aspect of it. Besides that, just keep trying to see what you can extract. Those people, if there is something absolutely certain, those people love to write way too much. They have way too many works and such incredibly long writings and all of that, so it's an incredibly good world to lose yourself in. And once again, from what are you doing, bro? Stop looking at me. From that moment onwards, you can gain quite a lot of tools with more formal modes of thinking. But I don't know. In modernity, it's not like we anyways exist within the more specific modes of formal thinking. Like, you can gain tools to think, but you don't really gain ideas themselves, let's say like that. I don't know if it is entirely clear, because at the same time it's way too much of an strange notion in you. Yeah. Once again, that's what I mean. They do exist within the field of philosophy, but more than anything else, where they had any kind of impact was in proper science. Their impact, you find it in science, not really in philosophy. They are important philosophers because what their actions wrote forward land so much in the whole world, but in the realm of philosophy itself, they didn't say much, so to speak. Like, the epistemology of a scientific endeavor does not really correlate so much with the philosophical methods to some degree, in terms of... Yeah, more so even nowadays, we still know stuff that lets you keep the whole mystique of how to try to analyze and how to speak out the few concepts that still land within the realm of philosophy. Like, for example, you don't really get to have in almost any other discipline anything similar to the conversations about the, not exactly soul, but the human spirit, the human will and such, and the ways in which you might try to have them within something like psychology, for example, is absolutely reductionist to the degree to which you understand the philosophical viewpoint, but you don't really talk out them. That's a person. That's an entire person. And I missed. And I missed twice? Ah. There we go. No more of that person. Anyway, I was saying. Sorry. I had to edit that off my system. And I was saying, so it's, once again, I think about it more than anything else as that epistemology is good, but it's some of the first steps, let's say. You will learn. Thank you, Crispy. How would man? Thank you. To some degree, yeah, but I mean, with more of a degree, there is the... Well, that is true. The way in which modern epistemology works, once again, you have to look at people like... Yeah, well said. Kant, Popper, I am missing some names because I started them like 2 years ago at this point, so excuse me for not exactly remembering them. But the modern ways of analyzing tried to make way too much of a specific methodology to analyze ideas and notions and such, so it ended up happening that you have to start to assume what you know. You don't really, in the modern epistemology, you stop possessing so much of the free will and the free spirit of I don't really know what I know, I therefore possess the right to question every kind of notion that I have. In the act of setting so many notions to try to progress forward, then you encounter that most of those who produce epistemological advances from that point onward don't really don't really let so much of the freedom be. Yeah, it's a necessity, but the problem is, for example, some of the things that started to get assumed didn't benefit that much from, or didn't really benefit the sciences themselves, let's say like that. Like, that's the more general critique to the modern epistemological methodologies and such, because that's a person.
There you go. Die!
Die, you bastards!
How? What? How did they heal so fast? Amazing. Anyway, I was trying to say before I get distracted for a second, excuse me, that, and I don't know, it's the assumptions that epistemology ended up bringing forward added not so much to the progress of sciences, but the desire to actually settle some boundaries and such. It made it so that most ways of assuming notions and similar stopped the... It's a complicated notion in terms of... It's not exactly that epistemology interrupted all the progress, but unavoidably so, in some degree. It did halt the liberty of the sciences themselves. The natural sciences did not benefit that strictly from what they proposed at times. And for example, one of the reasons as to why epistemology didn't gain so much popularity overall was because the ways in which they tried to go about propositions did not allow that much of a benefit to the... did not benefit that much of an actual increase in the accumulation of knowledge, the whole objective of the formalization of sciences. Like, I want to make it so that everyone quickly shuts palaces, and to some degree that much is real in that sense, yeah, but that's the vanilla aspect of it. You have to get into it quite a lot to get to analyze that, but sometimes it does not really change things for the better. It just proposes something, assumes that it might be correct, and in doing so ends up then harming the people that it affects with its assumptions, for the sciences themselves don't entirely require such formality at times, but the structuralization of all of it makes it so that then some aspects of the methodology gets tainted with unnecessary steps, like the whole aspect of some sciences have to be proven by not some sciences, the current one that we utilize of many people have to be willing to put themselves to the work of
You have to hold that point.
you waste your life proving what others say. The I think it's said like that. I study all of this on Spanish, so excuse me if it's not the right term. The falsationism and such. The falsability, I think that's how you say it, of Popper and such. Make it so that way too many people have to invest their time on proving what some might false. Like, I say something and let's say 50 people have to go out of their way to also prove it, that is so. But you can even consider morality to your theory. The sky is the limit when it comes to critiquing things using epistemology. Yeah, to some degree that is true, but at the same time, well, that is true. It's not really that much of a substantial realization in terms of in the deeper fields of philosophy. Once again, epistemology is absolutely absent. You don't really identify it anywhere. You don't really encounter epistemology as a solid foundation for how to operate and how to go about things. As something that is spread and something that is desired. Philosophy actually does have quite a lot of, like, once again, continental philosophy has a lot of issues with epistemology, to the degree to which they don't really allow it, they don't really let it exist. I got to do this. I don't know yeah. But anyways, I don't know. Point is, it's fun. Anyways, you should study it. If you like it, study it. It's amazing. Doesn't matter what I say. It's one of the best things to do. Once again, it's all of these philosophical aspects and tools end up having way too many applications and all that. So yeah, you might as well gain a lot. It's a good investment of time. Also, like, actually nothing is happening. It's beautiful to be camping here. I shall remain here. Why is there a Czech hedgehog? What the fuck is a Czech hedgehog? What the fuck? Who knows? I'm destroying your wooden? Thank you very much. What? Anyway. Besides that, I don't know. I'm not really existing with that much of deep analysis, so excuse me. I don't really have things to say every day. I wish I could, but it's way too tiresome. It's way too complicated to actually allow yourself to gain theories like that and gain conclusions like that. It's way too hard to properly, from mostly, at least in my case, encountering author analysis and such is what then lets me derive anything else. But when that cannot really happen, nothing to add, nothing to express. So we sit here and simply game. Sorry. Also, it's
Our team started capturing a control
Beautiful.
point.
I am actively doing nothing. And now... Why is there a clock noise? That's... I'm pretty sure that's not my clock. Why is there a clock noise? Who knows? Do I really need to know?
Reloading.
Why is there a clock noise? Am I losing it? Is this from the game? Who knows? Nothing better than a little bit of schizophrenia simulator.
Die, you goddamn rat!
Okay, we almost lost anyways. So. Oh my god, unbelievable! Somebody finally killed me. Beautiful. Ay. The last 10 minutes under the fucking house, doing nothing. Ay. Like a sitting duck in the water, just chilling, I guess.
All right, at any cost, hold that position.
Are we gonna capture? I don't think so. Something tells me that won't happen.
That's right.
Sometimes impressions can be wrong.
Forward!
That's right. We're going to take them into account and we drive ourselves forward based on other things. Okay, no, we're not captured, sadly. It's absolutely over. It was it really good? I don't think so. It was not bad, which
You're
is
not getting away.
acceptable enough, but not really something. Ah, wow, it was so amazing. No, that much it wasn't.
We've taken too many casualties. We lost this battle.
Wow, unbelievable. We lost. Who could have seen that coming? What it is? Anyways, I didn't do much, so what right do I have to complain? I am 5th place, despite not doing anything. Amazing. Actually amazing. Okay, very good. No, we're not good. Fuck. Anyway. Okay. Wait, that's... Give me a second, because that's like a lot of text. Give me an instant. Is what asks the most fundamental questions about what makes a belief good or justified. The moment you try to offer a justification of a statement, you can simply treat it as another theory and demand how do you prove this theory is actually true. Answers around pragmatism, egoism, do not satisfy me. I haven't read that much, but this is how I ended up in philosophy. Yeah, that's to some degree. I don't think it's the appropriate way to go about it, but you could say epistemology very much is the way in which we could introduce the radical doubt method of Descartes into the more modern landscape of sciences, because in the end, at least, once again, talking about philosophy, at least in philosophy, it always is possible to have conversations about how things might not truly be correct, like how different theories might not work and might not operate within the constraints of reality. Also, not that I'm not playing, I can actually give you something, because if you like, I will assume, once again, if you like epistemology, you like, therefore, analytical philosophy, therefore, this guy is amazing. I have been enjoying very much his content, and I have to admit, he's wonderful. Let me find the channel. This guy. This person. There we go. That guy is amazing. That guy has a lot of conversations about, like, makes concise explorations about the different, more modern, as I was saying, more modern analytical, philosophical theories, and it's the continuous back and forth between this is we have the older skepticism, we have the modern transformation of skepticism, we have the different argumentations by all these other schools of thought against skepticism, and the ways in which you can try to prove wrong skepticism. Skepticism being the whole aspect of you don't really know if you're alive. You might as well simply be a brain in a what is it, in a vat, imagining everything else. That one? Okay, I actually don't know this person. Let me see. This guy is incredibly short. Gregory. Yeah, this guy is amazing. He's like, I think, the main guy for critical thought. It's an amazing guy to start exploring. Like, not only that, but it's at the least in the landscape. I know that most people can easily identify him for the whole series. He uploaded his own classes and such about how he explains critical theory, critical analysis and such, and that's beautiful. Why? I don't know, because critical theory is nice. To have the capacity to doubt and such is useful indeed. But anyway, give me a moment. Actually, I will have to take a break, an idle break. What is an idle break? Way too much of a complicated question. I cannot explain that to you. It's too deep within the culture. I haven't consumed by the culture, and now I cannot deform what the culture has taught me. Sorry, have blended myself with that. So yeah, give me a second. I will be back in a bit, like 1 or 2 minutes. Don't worry. We don't tend to be on for that long. Here, make myself disappear like that. Okay, let me mute, and in a minute. Also, we had lag actually. We dropped 170 frames. So it's like zero. It actually is 0% amazing. We had no lag whatsoever. Beautiful. That's nice. That's nice. Anyway, let me go. I will be back. Thank you. Okay, I'm back. So I have returned. And this thing. Okay. Ay, ay. I would think that it isn't lying. I am happy just with that already. What a beautiful thing that it isn't lying. Also, wait, I will, for the sake of posterity, I will leave the links on the YouTube chat. I keep forgetting that I should do that. You're back. Welcome back. I'll take our breaks, so it's fine. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I guess this the guy. Okay, let me say it like this: the guy that I was talking about has a lot of. I don't know. I don't think entirely the theories are epistemological, but in many of the conversations of the discussions of theories of different philosophical ideas, the ways in which the different schools of thought try to go about the analysis of certain theories and such can lead to, as long as you're paying attention, to the discovery of how the more modern epistemology operates within the philosophical landscape. And I think that if you're looking forward to seeing more of epistemology particularly, undoubtedly try looking actual authors, but if not, if you prefer something like that, that's more digestible, that's an incredibly easy place to begin with. Speaking out can be but anyway, okay. I know. Besides that, I don't have much more to, in my case, to really say. Not simply because I want to. I don't know. I don't really. I understand epistemology and such, but I just don't tend to worry about it particularly. I don't really read very much of a deep analysis in most cases. It's, as I tried to say, that epistemology is not normally placed as an important aspect for most of continental philosophy. So you end up with people, yeah, most quote-unquote important philosophers have the problem, as long as they are continental, of they create way too much theory actually, and sadly they make too many postulates that then the more formal analytical philosophers have to spend their entire lives trying to prove and such. So it's an entire situation in terms of problems, because the reality is that should not be the case, but it tends to remain what happens almost always, because after all it's hard to really get to more established methods. First, okay, I'm not, in this case, I'm not speaking from a position of, oh, I remember having heard this somewhere. This is perhaps, yeah, a personal conclusion about something that happens way too much with continental philosophers is you tend to get way too wrapped up within your own views and ways of understanding things, to the degree to which you might as well negatively develop a tendency to ignore then any kind of postulate, theory, and view that might require you to formalize your thoughts, like not exactly just a self-fulfilling prophecy, but more about the reality of those who get a taste of the continentalisms and such never want to go back. For analytical philosophy is incredibly hard for most people, in terms of nobody wants to really study it like that. Nobody wants to really go about philosophy in that way. It's in your formation. You either become analytical or continental most of the time. The reason I couldn't go with it was because it means to accept many things as axioms of truth, just because taken from people smarter than me like Plato. Yeah. It's very much the most humbling aspect of it. And it's the useful aspect of it too, but sadly people tend to forget that it might as well be beneficial at any degree, so it ends up being then discarded. Not because it deserves to be, but rather because mostly those specific ways of going about philosophical schools and whatnot are way too complicated to digest, let's say like that. Then once you lose yourself in the complications, if you don't get to make sense out of them, it makes it so that most people don't really feel like they should at all continue studying or such. The same reason why, despite it being such a great tool for you, in most cases it doesn't really happen that people benefit from those things. Not because it's bad, but simply because it's hard to really accept that, I should give something like epistemology a second of my time. Or any sort of more analytical thinking, in that sense. More critical also, not thinking.
We've lost the control point. Fall back.
Ich hab einen!
But if you liked it, you already are very much in an advantage compared to the average reader of those theories and such, because in the end, most people don't really want to waste their time exploring those avenues of philosophy. It's for very clear reasons, those who become famous do so in terms of having read Nietzsche gives you the benefit of saying that you read Nietzsche, even if you didn't understand even half of what was being said by him. And this becomes the norm for most readers of these thinkers. In the continental tradition, then you can identify a lot of... Most people don't really get what they were saying, but they nonetheless wasted more than anything else their time in the act of trying to just keep reading everything that they have out. Like, I don't think it is entirely appropriate, because it's to some degree attacking those who do complete the project, but in most cases you can see that the tendency is, we are going to have a library of Nietzsche and say that we read Nietzsche, but the actual message, the actual conclusions and such, you don't really find them having been understood. And it's fine anyways. The point is not only to critique the entirety of the world, the reality is, as long as you found a way to approach philosophy, it's beautiful. It's fantastic to then continue forward from there on. Because in most cases, you find somebody, let me say it like this, you find somebody like Plato, you hear what they try to say, you see how complicated some of their ideas get to be. Like, the world of, literally, the world of ideas from Plato is absolutely abstract. It's something that demands way too much time to be understood, because in the end also, sadly, it doesn't have that much of an applicability in some cases, and because it is so, for the people who give up so easily and such, the reality is that there were other things to still find out, and there were other things to still try to give your time to and such, and not having done so very much hurts your progress from that point onward. And we are not that willing to sometimes give ourselves or others the possibility of exploring those things, even if they would very much make us in one way or another improve our quality of life. Like, I know, I don't think it's that surprising that unaware of them philosophy can somehow let me not suffer as much in existence. I don't think it's a surprising statement. Personally, I don't know. Being a person makes me have conclusions of my own, and sometimes they can be wrong. Maybe self-help is the tool for some people. That's all that matters.
Ti ho beccato!
But for the most cases, no, it really doesn't operate like that. But anyway, do not worry, just skip. That's the main point. As long as you have anything that you like studying, make sure that you can keep studying. Because that's the beauty of it. In many cases, it happens that people don't even have a clear idea of what they like to do. Yeah, I guess the entry level of not even knowing where to begin with, because after all there are way too many schools of thought. Modernity brought forward the problem of I don't know if we actually need so many people speaking about philosophy. Not to say that so nobody should do it anymore, only a select few. No, simply admitting that I don't know, sometimes it's not that amazing to see 1,000 people talk out different concepts or similar enough concepts from so many different perspectives. It's the whole concept of the iteration that comes forward because you are being forced to choose from so many places, not because you really have something important to choose, but simply because the reality is, sadly, there are too many places to begin with, let's say. And as that becomes the norm, this motherfucker. Oh my god. I don't have any more ammo. I see what's the problem here. I was like, what the fuck, am I not switching?